We have to decide quick, you know, because things are step up. Things are step up. We see them crown our next king. Crown a king. See, the Governor General went up there to really pledge allegiance to him king. And we see that Jamaica is moving to move the king. So them say. And start something named a republic. And most people in Jamaica don't know what is a republic, don't know what is a constitution, don't know what is a referendum. All of these things, normal Jamaican people don't know it. How me know that? Because we went out on the street to get a feel from the people them. And everything that we asked them was negative. Yes, that was reported to me by my producer. The people them don't know what a republic is. When she asks them about republic, them don't know what is a constitution. So it's a big thing. Because most people, all them used to get rid of the queen and them feel say, if them get rid of the queen, everything will be okay. But it cannot be okay because the same people, it's not the, watch a man, it's not the people is the problem, it's the system. And when you have a system where people follow, and the system is corrupt and cruel to the people them, then you're not going to get no difference even if them try to change the system. And it's not changing the system, them reforming the system. Them reforming it, them not throwing it away and start all over. Them reforming it. So them going to take things from the old time system and bring it forward to the new system and then call it a new constitution. It is not a new constitution. It's a reformed version of the same old. So we have to watch what is happening. Watch what is happening because, may I tell you, them have a way to put things over your eye and make you accept what is not. And you see things that you think you see, but it's really not that them show you. It's like a trickster, a magician. You know, them have a say them put a wool over your eye. Them put a wool over your eye and cast them spell, them evil spell upon the minds of the people them. Mr. Mind, the minds of the people them. Because it is the mind of the people them that cannot grasp the people them reality. Them living in somebody's fantasy. Them living in somebody's illusion. And if them don't know, so them confused. And when somebody come show them, so them confused, the person who's showing them that them confused become an enemy. Because how can you say that when we are live this? How can you say that when you are live this? Who is you to come show with something else outside of the boundaries of what they taught us? Not realizing that nothing was taught to you. Nothing was taught to you. Everything, most thing that you know was placed in your brains from conception, come right up to school days and in the workplace. You're trained like a zombie. You move left when them say left and right when them say right. And sometimes when you move right, you're wrong. So we have to know what we're doing, you know. We have to know what we're doing. Yes, you can't put egg in a white shirt because you might go walla in a mud. This is the cutting edge and
the Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
They taught us to pray with our eyes closed. And when we opened them, we had the Bible and they had our land. And from that time till now, African people don't understand how important it is to own land. Land is power. And if we look on, we have been saying this for years now, and we really want to examine it. If you look on most of the wars that have been fought on earth, it was fought over land. Even the modern day ones. When you hear about China and Taiwan, it's because China want to own Taiwan, the land. When you hear about Russia and Ukraine, it's because Russia is claiming the land in Ukraine. Land is what people always fight for. And when in Jamaica, you hear them call it dead left. When somebody dead, them say dead left. Most of the time, the dead left is land. But we still don't grasp the importance of land. Because we easy want to come off a certain land and go live in the city. When no land no there more than some little box place, some little tenement yard where they will have no yard space for children play. And we left the rural areas to seek better in Kingston. And those who in Kingston left Kingston to go to America or England or Canada to seek better in those places, not knowing, say, the gem and the source of them existence lie in the land. So why you really check out what I say? Check it out. Land is the basis of power. If you don't have any land, you don't have any power. And that is how people judge your condition in life. That is why the big guys, them is buying up the land, boxing us in. The big guys, them is doing that. Boxing in the people, them, you so can't see the beach. You so can't see the sea. You so can't see the sea. Unless you go up on top of Blue Mountain or some place where big high mountain there and look over. But that is all you will recognize, because little more you won't be able to even dip your foot into the water, because it will be boxed in and you are landlocked eventually. The big guys, them is buying up all the land. You see, they move it now to St. Thomas. Remember, St. Thomas is one of the poorest and most depraved looking place in Jamaica. Now they're going to make it a gem. And you're going to see what going to happen to the people them who did there for generations. You're going to see what going to happen to them after the big guy come in and say, him just buy this land and you have to move. It's that them a do with the brethren assisting them on the Bob Marley beach. After 60 odd years of living there, them want to move them so that the big guy can come in with them bulldozer and everything and control and manipulate the land and control the water and the beach. This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka. So we're going to shift little. We have a line up here to a very legendary person, I must say. A man who has been there and done that in the music industry. Now him tell it all in a book. We're talking about Copeland Forbes. Good afternoon, good night, sir.
Buenas noches, mi amiga. ¿Cómo está?
Yes. Okay, Copeland, your book. I see you really have put some serious promotion in this book, yeah. It's 60 years of story.
Yes, man.
60 years, right?
Yeah, man, 60 years.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? You know, and I mean, that means, how old me is now then?
Oh, you mean how old he is? Is that 61? 61.
You know, Tony Rebel always said to me, sir, I can't believe it. You come into the business the year when I was born.
Yeah. But you are a long time, me all over the place, and you tell me, say you're going to start to release this book.
Yeah.
Not about like 10 years ago, you tell me about your book.
Yes.
And
well,
it just...
Muta, it started from 2002 when the idea came to do it, you know. But touring up and down all over the world, you know, it takes up a lot of time. But the pandemic, that's why I said the pandemic, even though them say it was bad, it was good in many ways too.
Of course.
Because it gave me the time now to sit down and just put it together once and for all, because I saw quite a few of our pioneers and legends moving away from us. You know, and the story are not being told. I used to sit down with John Holt, and when John Holt tell you some history, you know, it's unbelievable, you know, I see gone, and we don't get to document it. Same thing with Alton and so on. So me just say, you know, something, make me just get this done, you know, before that time come.
So, and really and truly, it's your story, really?
Yes, well, you know, the greatest thing in a motor that I'm happy, I'm proud of, is that all these years you see people writing our story and writing about us and telling our story. And I just like, I feel I was ordained now to just tell our story, and God has blessed me that 90% of the stories I was actually present, seeing it in my own eyes, I'll be a part of, a share some of it.
You was there.
Yes, you know, and that was really good. Look at that great experience we had in Cuba, the first time you left Jamaica. And in Cuba.
With Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah, with Jimmy Cliff, you know what I mean? And we had a hard time then, because at that time we break up.
Them never want to go. Siaga never want to go because he tell
me, say, him not telling me to go, and him not
telling me not to go. Yes. And them say we must, them not go stamp for passport, because if them stamp it and we go in America, it's a problem.
Yes, but when them did put something on at the back, and I never realized it. You know, 10 years after I look around at the back, I still have that same passport, you know, because I keep them for posterity.
Yeah, I want them to, me keep them too.
But you remember the problem we had coming back, because we went on the Russian plane that usually fly the route. But coming back now, because of no diplomatic ties now, we had to take a flight from Havana to the nearest point to Jamaica, and the plane refuel again, and then lift up and come to Jamaica. And then go back. We get back to that point to refuel.
Yeah, man. That was a trip, man. And very dear was an interesting open night for me to see a concert I keep with two stage, and when one it move, it's a moving stage where when one I play, the other one I set up, and then it just move back, and then the other one come forward.
Yeah. That was the first time we saw that, that kind of staging.
And there was no fence. It's a rope round the place where this concert I keep, and nobody put over the rope.
Jump the fence or try.
No fence over there. It's rope them have, and nobody now climb over the rope for going on the show. Exactly. Them go right through the gate.
That was a great experience. Believe you me, and never forget it.
The first time I left Jamaica, man, Cuba. All right.
And it's funny enough, you know, you never have no big hits then, you know, you had your Butterpan song, but
every time I hear the song, All right. Make us start from the beginning now. Oh, you're getting at this music business?
Well, actually, in 1962, the 15th of December, is when I actually started, because the music was in me from I was in the Boy Scout, because, you know, myself, Jackie Jackson, bassman, we played with Toots, we are, and the Frederick Witt from the Techniques, we were all in the Boy Scouts together, and our scoutmaster was a music teacher, you know, and he plays the keyboards and the organ at the churches. So we used to take music lessons across from our little Alcians at a man named Corbett, and that's why I started out learning keyboards. But after memorize the first set of keys was C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and I think that was it. And Jackie said to me, "It's more you have to go learn, you know." And I said, "No, boy, too much to remember." So I just picked from that, and I just went into dancing. I formed a group named the Harmonic Cats first, And then and then I shifted into one named the Coasters, where we were attached to the Mighty Vikings band because we joined the Mighty Vikings fan club. So anywhere the Mighty band playing like Sombrero Dingo Club or Flamingo Hotel.
Boyima. Remember Boyima don't have radio?
Boyima, yeah, man. So that's where it actually started out. You know, so I moved from being a dancer, you know, then I went overseas in the 60s and I was performing as a lead singer in a band named Michael's Mystic in Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
Hold. You did that sing?
Yes. Look at in the book, you're going to see some picture from that in the 60s.
We don't skip through it, we don't read it fully yet. I skip through it, but really, Copeland Forbes did that sing, right? So you never make a record?
Go in the chapter, we say in the beginning, in the first, and you will see all the pictures.
So you never make no song?
No, I was just a lead singer for a band named Michael's Mystics out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
Well, that's what I'm interested to hear you on a record.
What? My God, but that lead me to the Apollo Theater Muta, because after me get that, they tell me I get $150 a week, you know much flag shoes me could have buy them time there. My gosh, man, flags like crazy.
Yeah.
It was a great experience for me starting there. I said to myself, in that little town named Rice Lake in Wisconsin, I was like a star in the town. I go to a supermarket, them don't charge me for the food. I go in a club, them serve everything free. And because I was just about the only black person in that town. So I became like a star inside here, you know. So that was a big, if you go to page 39, you will see the picture with me on stage, man.
Yeah, all right. So you move from them things, you know, how you get to really manage? Because you manage nearly all of the major actors in Jamaica.
Well, you know something, Muta, the fact that I was in the Boy Scout, you know, I was a Queen Scout, you know, and I got the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award, and I traveled with His Majesty, with Princess Margaret when she came here. So that exposed me a lot of training and equipped me for the world, how to deal with people and a whole. So that training that I got from the Boy Scout now was helpful to me now and became a training ground for me, and I joined the 9 youth clubs during my youth days. So I started out in the entertainment business, and then I moved up now. The guy that managed the Mighty Vikings named Winston Chinqui, a Chinaman, and I tell you, when it comes to business, he's a very good businessman, and I learned a lot from him, from managing. And I just decided that, well, in the first group I managed actually was the Mighty Diamonds in the 70s.
Oh, yeah?
You know, yeah, when I came back to Jamaica to get them for a show for Ken Williams in New York at Hunter's College. And I realized Tabby was in my Boy Scout troop at All Saints. You know, George was down at Boys Town, you know, and Bonnie was in Trenchtown, and I was living in Trenchtown. So it was like a reunion of my school friends.
What time schoolmate them?
Yeah, you know, and they brought them up to New York for Ken, and they did a fantastic job at the Hunters College, and then that opened up reggae acts now from performing in clubs and now going into concert hall. And then this guy that keeps these big shows at the Trinidadian guy at the Apollo Theater started to bring up Jamaican groups now. And what happened now, he brought up some acts, which was Lloyd Parks' band, named Skinflesh and Bone. And
yeah, man, we remember them, man.
A little 14-year-old boy named Slide on Bar and Drums at the time. And Ranchi and Doogie were all in the band. And they were...
Ranchi eventually played with Jimmy Cliff.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And then what happened now, the reggae section had Roy Shirley and Cynthia Richards and Al Brown. And the rest were like the Mighty Sparrows and things. So while we were there performing now, Don Cornelius, right, and Johnny Nash, who was then called the King of Reggae. It wasn't Bob the King of Reggae yet. Yeah. It was Johnny Nash because he was singing a lot of Bob's songs.
Bob sang them, yeah.
He was getting all the airplays them on the Black Radio station and so on. So America now heard about this reggae, but nobody knew how to dance the reggae, how to do it. So Johnny Nash was going to be appearing on Soul Train, which was the biggest black TV show at the time in America.
Music show, yes.
Yes, you know, so we were at the Apollo performing, and Don Cornelius and Logan Westbrook from CBS, and Don Cornelius and Johnny Nash. They all came over and watched the show, and when we were finished, they came back and said, you know, we'd like you guys to come. And then Fitzbartley, you remember G. Fitzbartley, that journalist?
Oh, you remember, man. I'm still living on Middle Lane.
Yeah, he was the one that was instrumental in getting us there. And then they flew us to California. And then we performed on Soul Train and tear it down and then become a regular dancer there every week, flying from New York back over to California to do the Soul Train. Yeah.
That's very interesting. All right, tell me something now. But we skip, go right through, because name some of the artists them in the book where you usually manage.
Oh gosh, he's a kingdom. It's easier to say the name who I never. You know, God, it talks about the journey and my experience with people starting all the way back from 1973 when the Wailers came into New York, minus Bunny Wailer, who had left from the first UK tour, right, to support the Catch a Fire album. And after the end of the tour, he left the group because of some differences and things that he put forward.
Him same now flying on a Iron Bird.
Well, the Iron Bird talk became a big thing around Jamaica, but it wasn't mainly that. It was some other things like didn't understand tour support because when the tour done and get a financial statement from the company, him can't owe the company and let the company work. It's him work. So the company should have pay, the record company should have pay him, but he didn't understand what tour support means. So every tour you get a financial statement to see how much money you spent on you and all that stuff, you know. So that was one of the reasons that
well, never go.
Yes, you know, and then
so you said the Wheelers, and then who else?
Yes, that was the Wheelers. Then I worked with the Mighty Diamonds. Then I worked with Sly and Robbie. I managed Dennis Brown, Master Griffiths, Luciana. I worked with Chaka Demus and Pliers, Frankie Paul, Yellow Man. Let's put it this way. I worked in 10 different capacities, not just as management. As manager, road manager, tour manager, booking agent. You know, name every aspect of it that I am associated with most of the acts them. And I'm proud that I got that opportunity from them.
You was one of the manager them. You was one of the manager them. Peter called Damager.
Yeah, you know Peter called everybody. He called Sly and Robbie, Fly and Rob me.
Me hear him one day say, you know, say Copeland Damager, you know.
Then he call all the managers Damagers. You know, him call Irving Miller, Irving Killer. Him call me Copeland Fraud instead of Copeland.
Yeah, Copeland Fraud.
You know, him just find adjective name to describe every single soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you know,
all right, so Jimmy Clips, you never managed Jimmy Clips.
One of the greatest experiences I've ever had working with an artist, because I learned so much from working with Peter Tosh. I remember that trip that me and him alone went to Nigeria, his first experience in Africa.
Right? Did it just come from down there?
Yeah, you know, and it was
Sonny Okoson.
Yeah, man.
Sonny Okoson.
Yes, that's Sonny Okoson down there. And you know something, Muta, is when we went to Cuba, you know, we met Sonny. You remember Sonny was...
Yeah, man, I mean that's all the talking drum work.
Right.
Maybe that's all the talking drum work. Yeah.
And then Sonny said to us, when you want to come to Africa, come straight to Nigeria. And we said yes.
Yeah,
because
man.
Peter was suffering from headaches from that beating he got in the when the police brutalized him. You know, so he wanted to see a bush doctor. And Muta, tell you the truth, and nothing we talk about the experiences in the book. When we went down to Benin and went into the mountains and spent some time up there with the bush doctor. And guess who was visiting while we were there? While we were in Benin, you know. Pope John Paul was visiting the same day, you know. So you can imagine the collaboration with Peter and Pope John Paul in Benin at the same time. Oh my God, that is some experience. But the whole of that is in the book, so you can read about it too, you know.
All right.
And so.
All right. So tell me.
You know.
Eh?
You are in the book too.
Well, I guess when you're Cuba.
The Reggae Superfest tour. You know, the series that I did, all the Superfest tours are
where it go? You mean Sunsplash tour?
Huh?
Sunsplash tour?
No, not the Sunsplash tour alone. The Reggae Superfest where I had you, Sugar Minot, and Junior.
Oh, in Europe. And Junior Reid.
Yes, and with the 809 band.
809 band, oh God.
First reggae groups to play in East Germany since the war.
8 weeks we spent in Europe.
Exactly. And
East Germany.
Playing in East Germany for the first time.
Well, I can tell you something, Copeland. When there was a club in East Germany, You see, when we're going there and I see the punkhead youth, them in them leather shoes and them chain and them ears stand up stiff in them head, and them are singing the tune, them, I say, wait, where the blouse and skirt are going there, so. And that was East Germany, you know. That was before the wall did go down.
Right, that was East Germany. You can imagine that. And we had to give engineer Chris, kudos. Because the equipment that they had over there, when they look at it, I said, Chris, we will start, and Chris become a technician.
From dinosaur equipment.
Yeah. It's equipment from way back.
Yeah.
But it was a great tour that, for us, man. And I continued that series for about 7-8 years, because you did about the third one,
Yeah, man, we do. 8 weeks we spending there, 8 weeks we spending in Europe,
It was a fantastic road, and great experience, man. Very great experience.
All right, so who published this book, yeah? Who published the book?
The publisher for this book is Down Sound Book Publishing. As a matter of fact,
That Joe Bogdanovich.
When the book was finished, Joe Bogdanovich just opened up his book for his book publishing company. And he said, he and Clyde Mackenzie approached me. I said they wanted to make my book be the first book for the company. And I said I was aiming to go to overseas, to go to a main
a publisher.
Book, because Jay-Z had just opened up his book publishing company. But I'm being a patriotic man for my country, I said, something, let me be since the first man to write the own book from your own country. Let me give our countryman, the work. The opportunity to publish this book, and then Joe jumped on it and he was very excited about it. Everybody's excited, and I must say kudos to the great Clyde Mackenzie, who I learned so much from doing this book, because he was able to, I write the stories and he was able to turn them,
transcribe
them, interject the right things in the right manner and sequence them and put it in such a way that I learned how to tell a whole chapter in 4 words.
Yeah.
What I mean, So it was great working with him and the team and Marcia McDonough and Maxine McDonough, and Maxine is 910, and Daniel and the whole team was great working. I tell you, thanks to the pandemic, because that gave us the opportunity to just sit. I was sitting up at night till 5 in the morning. Doing the stories, because it's me have to tell the stories and put them together.
Of course. Well, you see me with that, with cutting it and stepping ways, there's a book that some Austrian youth come say them want to do a book out right after them do them thesis, and we have to sit down and make sure say everything we're in there is what me want put in there. They don't understand the point them, so it will come out too. So we're going to have another book come out from Jamaica again.
I just want to make the whole music world and everybody's listening to you know that it's not a book that you just write about people and them private life and them things. I was never into that, and we're not ditching on no one. But we have to tell the story of some of those who have made great errors. Some people might read it and didn't want to talk about them or about them. But we have to tell the story so the young ones coming up don't go and make the same mistakes again. Especially artists who take deposits from promoters, and don't go and then don't return it. It's a bad impression on the rest of us. So the stories are being told so people can learn from. It's like an encyclopedia that you can go and make referral to understand how a tour is done, or how what artist management means, and how when you're on tours around the world, or what you do, what the do's and don'ts of traveling around the world representing your country. And I'm proud that God has blessed me with this memory that I could remember all the way back to the 60s. So many things that a lot of things was left out, Muta. Part 2 and part 3 right now, But it's great that the book is out. It's red, as you can pick it up. Is my favorite color, and it was designed and done by the same lady, Marie, that does Miss Pat from VP Book. So
I realize that, she give me her book the other night, Irama.
Yeah, man.
And I realized that the cover, the same kind of drawing, is the same.
Illustration and thing, man. Yes, it's very well done. It took me a long time to like it, but I get to like it because it's an unusual look, and it grabs you from afar, you know. And you know something, all the promoters from around the world, even those in Australia, have ordered it. And you know what they said to me? I have acknowledged almost every person that I come in contact with and work with. So if you want to know if you're acknowledging the book, just buy the book and start the acknowledgement, and you're going to see everybody. Even if you're working
I see one of my favorite picture in there.
Yes, that favorite picture with the...
I see one of my favorite picture.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, man. That was a...
Now winning, eh?
Yeah, you want to win Mandela, man. That was a great... that was in South Africa. That was...
In our yard, man. In our yard.
Yeah, right.
And I want to tell you, know, people look on the picture as she put her hand, I take my hand and put her on her, you know.
Boy, everybody sees the weight. Oh, Muta said, look, if you get such a nice hug and squeeze from Mrs. Mandela.
You know, see the other picture. But you know, that's one of the picture them you see, man. And she take me out and throw around her. I don't need to put me around her. She take it and put around her.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I'm a sister, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, so you're going to tour with the book?
Yes, well, actually, you know that when we launched last year at Rotterdam, I took Slide On Bar and the Revolutionaries band to do the launch, and the band consisted of Earl Chinna Smith, Lloyd Parks, Lenky Marsden, Bob.
Oh, you toured with it last year?
Yeah, well, we did actually a tour. We did a launch at Rotterdam. So I took the band. We took the band and did one of the biggest launch in Rotterdam that has ever experienced. And then the next day we featured at the Reggae University, you know, and gave it the official launch. So, you know...
so you're not going to do this year? You're going to be there this year?
No, we were planning to, but other things come in.
Come
you know, Gina and them, the promoters were here up to last week. You know, they came for the Jerry Award. The promoters from Rotterdam Festival. They were in Jamaica here with us, you know, hanging for a while.
They was at the show Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, man, then wait. Then you walk past me and me walk past you, you know. Then, so when I was up there and I presented my book to Minister Grange and to Ephraim Martin.
Yeah, me see you, but me never see them.
You see me, but you never see them?
No, me never see the promoter them for Rotterdam.
No, not there. They were at the Jaria, right? They were nominated.
Oh, Jaria. Oh, you live at Jaria. I'm thinking it's Arama.
And then spend another week or two here. You know, and they had to go back. You know, I mean, the females running those big festivals in Europe.
Yeah.
You know, they have to give add to them and so on.
Yeah, well, brethren, may I tell you, say, it's long way coming, and it's there now, so what the people, them, historically, it's a good book.
They can order from Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble, or it will be available through Down Sound Book Publishing and LMH and all the Fontana stores in Jamaica, right?
Okay.
And we're planning a big event and a launch kind of thing for October, when it's Heroes Month, to coincide with the Peter Tosh Symposium, because we're going to do something special entitled Setting the Record Straight.
All right, sir.
Yes.
All right, I give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man, thank you for having me, and say thanks to all who have played a part in my 60-year journey, and I will always remember you. Muchas gracias to my compatriots in South America.
All right, sir. Give thanks.
Okay, thank you.
We're going to talk to Dougie. We can talk to Dougie. Bobo Dougie, remember, yes, we want to talk to Dougie about a thing where the ones them is trying to do. From Bobo Hill, you know, Bobo Hill has become a area where a whole heap of ones afraid because of what is happening up there. Well, the Bobo them decide they're going to do something about it. And we want to talk to them what exactly they're going to do about it. Bobo Dougie. Blessed?
Love my virgin. Love Muta.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to get you now. I never want that pass. After you don't explain to me what is the position and situation, and it have to get you. All right. So tell me what's happening now. Bobo Hill we are talking about. Tell me what's happening.
Yeah, well, as you know, me on your show here some time ago, after some incidents took place, you know, first year about August, in the middle of the year there.
Yeah.
Empress Sharon Star. Our steer was murdered on the hill, as well as, a priest was kidnapped, and we have not retrieved his body for burial or anything.
Wow.
The place been under siege. Now, because of all of the happenings, I, the long-standing international members, have come together to try and see how we can rectify the situation, how we can assist to kind of bring back some civility to Bobo Hill. So part of what we have done, we have launched an elder care program to try and assist those elders on the hill that are struggling both health-wise and financially and otherwise. Part of what we're trying to do is to bring some security to the place, by replacing the security fence that was around the camp and other measures, other security measures that we're trying to put in place.
All right, hold on there. When you say restore the security fence, so if the fence was a security, or is it because of lack of human security, or is the fence is the security you're talking about? How it work?
It's both. It's both in the sense, because usually from long time we always have our camp secure, fence right around the 25 acres where we sit on there. But over the years, since the tradition of the founding father, King Emmanuel, things have kind of gone downhill. So right now the camp needs some maintenance, And as you said, part of it is the fence security. The other part is human security as well. So we're trying to work on all ends the best way that we can. We have launched a GoFundMe to try and gather some funds to assist with the expense of doing what we need to do. But the overall attempt is to try and bring back some civility to the place and try and secure who is there. Because the place is a historic site that people continue to go to from over the world to come see what go on.
So all this GoFund thing work now, because you go and check at one's Bobo Bridge in them for secure some guns or to do it or out work.
Yeah, this GoFund is a fund, a virtual fund system in which you can send out the link to various ones, and ones can donate straight into the link, using the PayPal, Cash App, and so forth, wire transfer and things like that. So the international members and supporters and sympathizers can always, donate right into the fund.
So it's different from a bank account. If you give a man a bank number, is that a different thing or it works?
Yeah, because when you press the link, you can go right into the link and just deposit right into the link, differently. But we also provide other means of ones being able to send funds as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
it start already or something you just have?
Yeah, we start already, but we're having our official launch of it. We call it a webathon on the 21st of May.
Okay.
We're, a set of I along with certain other ones will be on a virtual Zoom link, promoting the GoFundMe,
So you don't have that link there yet?
Yeah, that link is established already. That link is already out there. From I want to go to GoFundMe and put in EABIC healthcare project, it pops right up.
EABIC?
Mm-hmm. The EABIC, Ethiopia Africa Black International.
Black International.
EABIC GoFundMe link. It's EABIC Health Center project. And from you put that in, it pops right up.
All right.
Even if you put EABIC GoFundMe project, it pops up.
All right. I don't understand it, so you have to really take time with me. Mm-hmm. When it go in at the link, when
you go to GoFundMe, you put in the EABIC, it's going to pop up. A page going to pop up, you're going to see a picture of the camp, and then it tell you about the fund, what the fund is for, and all of that.
And when you put the fund in there now,
how to donate.
All right, so when you put your fund in there, how is it retrieved? How you retrieve it?
Well, it's set up. It's kind of linked to the Congress bank account to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes into a specific account.
Yeah.
From the GoFundMe.
And you don't have any idea how much it need for really the work or not try to do. You have any idea how much money it needs to do it?
Well, we have made it simple. With this GoFundMe that we launched, it's just at 25,000 we're looking to start with. We're going to need more than that, but you don't know.
25,000 what? US or Jamaican?
US, man.
Okay.
US,
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll start with that and then, go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to build the wall. What kind of wall you building?
What kind of what?
What kind of wall you building?
Well, what we're building here, is a perimeter fence, on the sides of the camp that it needs. Because one side of the camp is secure because it's a drop-off, so there is no fence that can...
No, when we say what kind of, I mean, if it's a zinc fence, concrete, bamboo...
No, concrete fence, man. No, man.
Okay.
We did the zinc fence thing back in the day and all of that. We want something more secure,
Secure, okay. All right, and then you have the gate now where...
Yeah, the front gate there, yeah. So on the wall come meet the gate and just secure that whole section that needs to be secured.
And nobody not find the culprit them yet to go up there, come ransack the place.
Well, the culprit them they both Virgin Camp.
No, but nobody police no catch them yet. Nothing.
No, cause you know which part them at a vantage point, them can't see anything or come their direction, cause that's what the police them tell her and I. So them there.
So the police wait the hold on.
Them hit the hill, them can see them a come up the hill from way down.
Wait, hold on. You tell me say the police know so them can't see the hill, but the police them can't catch them and so them know which part of the people them down them. We know we have to take a break and come forward. We're there with the cutting edge, we talk about Bobo Hill and certain renovations that are supposed to take place to make it more secure. But Bobo, Dougie has said something to me I know where he have to go explain to me. Dougie?
Yes, sir.
All right. You say the culprit them who do this terrible act have a vantage point. In other words, you say them can't stay with them there and say everything. That is what you say.
Yeah.
All right. That means you know who then?
Well, the authorities know who,
Yeah, the authorities know who. So if the authorities know who, how come it can be that after so much months, them man there, you can't sit down and say,
no value, to them, So the effort, them not really put out the effort where them supposed to put out, If it was other circumstances, them would have find other ways to approach it. But, them just give it that excuse there and give it that, and that is it.
So are them telling us to youth them up there? Are them telling us to youth them up there? Or not only knows them up there?
No, I in talking to the forces, they have told I personally, this is not a second-hand thing, they have told I personally.
Them from a little while there.
Yeah, them do some little things, but those are all photo-op moments.
Me know.
Like something not go on, but in reality, not really go on, because even since that, them not send a patrol to come check if everything's still all right, or pass to and check what go on. So them things is, they just showboating business. Them not really do nothing tangible for solve the situation.
All right, so what is it going to make the place more secure? If the man them on top of the hill and they hide them down almost like a valley.
Well,
and
the thing is, for I and I, because we have come to understand that we can't look to Babylon for any strength. So we have to, we the international family that most I and I that don't live on the hill, we'll have to come up with a plan to solve our own problem. Is really what it comes to.
So we have a meeting about that already?
Yeah, we've been meeting. We form a special committee to deal with the situation as well, international committee to deal with it.
All right, well, we're glad to hear that still.
Yeah, because they are the Prime Minister wife of your constituents.
Yeah, me know, yeah.
So that's why it's so shameful for no say them things happen on Fair Watch in a Fair constituents, and we don't hear our advice. We don't see our walk through one time, come say nothing. So we kind of get the message. Juliet Wellness, we get the message. We don't really work nothing and we don't count. So we get it.
Well, you get that you have to do something for yourself.
And they make a whole heap of money off of Rasta and them tourism and them promotion thing and all of them thing there. But when it comes to give back something to Rastafari, in the sense of some human care, because we're not big nothing differently.
Yeah.
But just human care, you know, where normal people that do for them citizens. You know, Rasta not really count in that realm. So Rasta just have to know, say, I have to take care of I one thing.
Well, that me I say, you have to go really figure it out.
Yeah,
as
so
a group,
all of them artists that too, you know, we are under rubber and turban and claims to them is bobo and them thing they were them making money off of the culture, you know, and them doing what them doing, which nothing wrong with that. But now it's time to come give us up so and lend your name and your popularity to something that is noble and decent and is needed.
Yeah.
So the man who want the turban and say them a bobo, whether it's Junior Reid, Copeland, Weber and the turban, them know what I want. Make we hear from one now. Make we see where, because we didn't ask you for going on in a pocket, you know. You can just use on a brand name and generate some you know, some funds. Assist the situation. Cause, you know, again, we're not big on either, you know. But if we're not under the turban and on the say bobo, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? That is the foundation of bobo. So if you use a bobo, come put your strength to it. You understand? And make us do the thing. Make us solve our own problem where we not have to look to them and be obligated to them and them little talk or them talk more time. Like them do something for Rasta and them not do nothing for Rastafari. Whether it is Ministry of Culture or none of them, nah do nothing for Rastafari. On the lip service and pimping I&I, using I&I to market their agenda. See, now we're not taking back that talk. That is a reality.
All right, so here we know, you have to give back the, what you call it, GoFund.
GoFundMe.
Business again.
GoFundMe. For me do the EABIC GoFundMe. So it's, you can put in EABIC GoFundMe or EABIC Housing Project and it will pop right up and you can contribute, you know. No matter what it is, you know, it will count. No matter how small it is, it will help. You know, see it. Ones and ones can just go up on the link and use them Cash App or them PayPal or whatever wire transfer method them have. We are able to receive it.
All right, President. All right. Give thanks, give thanks.
Yeah, man. Give thanks for the shout out.
Yeah, man. All right. Okay, so, you know, that is something that the brethren is calling upon, especially the ones them him say who wear the turban them, because him say don't know what is happening there.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.